Welcome to Manchester, Matheus Cunha. I can't believe I'm actually saying that this early in the season. We're actually getting a transfer done early, which is just nuts. Absolutely crazy. If you know how United have been recently with recruitment and stuff, yeah, this is very, very good news. And this is basically, this show today is going to be a quick crash course on what to expect from this player, what kind of player that we're getting, the positives, the negatives, everything in between, and also some facts that you might not know about Matheus Cunha. So let's break it down like the X with a basic introduction. Just a simple profile. Full name, Matheus Santos Carneiro de Cunha. Date of birth, May 27th, 1999. He's 4 years younger than me. I know, I'm so youthful. It's crazy, right? He is a Brazilian native. He's got 13 caps for the senior team, and he was a gold medalist with Brazil under-23s at the 2020 Summer Olympics. He stands at 6 feet tall, and he can play as a centre-forward, a second striker, a winger, but predominantly plays as a left-sided 10 in Vitor Pereira's Wolves team. But what makes Cunha stand out? Versatility in attack, like I've just touched on. His ability to operate as a forward, a second striker, a winger. It's tactical flexibility in any system. And I would compare it a little bit to Brian Mbeumo, right, at Brentford, someone who himself has played as a second striker everywhere. Really good understanding of the game. And what that's going to do, is allow Ruben Amorim to deploy him in various attacking roles, depending on the team's needs at the time against certain oppositions, right? He's got a really good high footballing IQ. He makes intelligent runs off the ball, positions himself effectively to exploit defensive gaps. He's one of those players you can watch during a game where you just... I mean, he's been criticised before for it a little bit, like Messi does. You know, when you're walking around and you're kind of assessing the space and where it's at, and he could just come to life within minutes. And there was a stat based on that he had walked quite a lot, which is kind of a nothing stat, because it's how effective you are in the game and what kind of, how decisive you are, right? And if there's anything that United need in those kind of areas, it's decisiveness. He's also known for his relentless pressing, fits well into high-intensity systems that requires forwards to kind of initiate the press and disrupt the opposition's build-up play. Some people don't like me saying this, right? And I get the word Prem-proven gets chucked about quite a lot. And there are signings who have been signed from the Premier League and they haven't necessarily worked out. So I take that, right? I take that as a bit of a caveat, whatever you want to call it. But obviously, it's becoming more and more apparent, especially this season as well. I mean, the Leicester game's just finished where he's got a goal and 2 assists in that game as well. And I know it's Leicester, but we still have to, do the business against these kind of teams. And you look at it, and you look at him as a player, he is tailor-made for the Premier League. Everything you want from a player. You know, our recruitment for the past 5-6 years, we've only bought Mason Mount and Harry Maguire from the Premier League. If you push that back to foreign talent, we haven't bought anyone from the Premier League since Matic and Lukaku under Mourinho. We know it's a difficult league to transition to. Cunha can hold his own. We've seen this season, the tempo, physicality, the pressing at times in the league. It takes a certain player to flourish in our league. It just does. So having that player already who is flourishing in a Wolves team, and having that already in the locker, the fact that Amorim plays the same system as well, that transition should be seamless. Should be. And if you look at his goal contributions, I mentioned today, he's just scored against Leicester and he's notched 2 assists. So that will take his account so far this season, 15 goals and 5 assists in 29 games, which is an incredible output. And he's obviously contributing to a significant portion, I would probably say 30%, 40% of Wolves' goals this season. And if you remember the video I did on Liam Delap, when I was speaking about Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee, have only contributed to 16% of our goals, and they are technically our 2 out-and-out number 9 strikers. Players like Isaac, Haaland, Salah contribute around 30, 40%, 50% almost to their teams. And that's the kind of figures that he's putting out for a Wolves team who are level on points with us, by the way, or they might have just gone above us now in the league. So that's, again, food for thought. Then we discuss the areas of improvement. And usually, I don't do this, but I've got a really dry throat, so... just have a little bit of Sunny D, you know what I mean? Nostalgic. All right, areas for improvement. I'll tell you what, Sunny D certainly doesn't need any areas of improvement. Fantastic. His disciplinary record is something that gets spoken about and keeps being mentioned. He faced disciplinary issues, including a 2-game ban and an £80,000 fine for an incident involving an opposing staff member. I think he headbutted him or something like that. Also, his aggressive playing style in general sometimes, it leads to unnecessary confrontations. He's had heated moments with Kirkes at Bournemouth, which led to another suspension as well. So emotional control is something that is a red flag that pops up with Matheus Cunha that we need to keep an eye out for. But I've said this before, obviously I don't want people going out on the pitch and just kicking people for the sake of it, but I want fighters in this team, and he's a fighter. I'm fine with that, If he gets the odd red card every now and then, do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't... I want that bit of bite in a player. I think we lack that in this team when you watch United. We're so easy and crumbly in the game and mentally weak. I think there's something to consider with Cunha. When you talk about his playing style, his consistency in possession is talked about. Obviously, whilst he's capable of brilliant moments, Cunha can be inconsistent in his passing and decision-making, which can lead to turnovers in critical areas. But again, with a player of his age, just kind of pushing into his prime, technically, this is going to be something that you would hope that he irons out of his game. And his physicality against defenders as well. Sometimes he struggles with his back to goal, holding it up, because in that position, the reason why Garnacho struggles as well is because you are playing a lot with your back to goal. You're not facing 1v1 against a defender right out on the wing. You're inverted. And a lot of the times when the ball's been played into you, you've got defenders coming through the back of you or coming from the side. And he is good at it, but again, there's something, maybe I'm nitpicking, but no one's perfect, right? So why does Ruben Amorim want him then? Again, goes back to the values. I don't want to repeat myself, but he's got to value someone like Cunha because of his versatility, high football and intelligence, pressing ability, which aligns with his tactical philosophy as well in general. But it's fighters, mentally strong players who are robust, who are going to go through a season and fight tooth and nail for every corner, free kick, throw-in, goal, whatever it is. That's one of the main reasons why he wants him as well. It's more than when you sign a player, it's not just his ability, it's everything that comes with it on top of that, right? And I think, again, as United fans, we'll probably know that more than anyone. We know at the minute the attack is our weakest point of our team, hands down. So we can't really afford to wait for someone to just come in and maybe they'll get a little bit better and maybe we'll do this. It's like, no, we need someone to come in right now and be up for the fight. We know the club's prepared to activate the £62.5 million release clause because they've paid it. And viewing him, they obviously view him as a key addition to this attack. And I don't know what kind of project that they've offered him, but it's certainly got him raring to go on it, but from the stuff he's seeing online. And regardless of Champions League football, he really wants to join Manchester United. So I'm really happy about this deal. I think his arrival could shift United's attacking dynamics, potentially impacting, obviously, the existing forwards at the club. But he's a starter straight off the bat for me. And I'm sure he's probably been told that. It's like, it's not going to be a case of you come in and, maybe we'll see. Maybe you'll get 15 to 20 goals. It's going to be like, nah. You walk into this side. Walk into it at the minute. Because the numbers he's putting up is, if we're being honest, is probably Garnacho, Xerxes and Højlund's put together. I mean, I haven't done the research on that. If someone can quickly do it whilst I'm talking about it, I would go as far to say that he's putting up the same numbers. So bringing him in would be a massive, massive asset. And just think as well, think about Ahmad, Bruno, Cunha, and a proper number 9 up top. Say no more. Here's a couple of facts that you might not know about Matheus Cunha as well. With 21 goals in 24 matches, he surpassed Ronaldinho's record to become Brazilian's all-time leading goal scorer at that age. He also had a futsal foundation. Growing up, his first love was futsal, where he credits his exceptional kind of first touch and his creativity on the pitch. He is a futsal kid. He once made a comment that he actually prefers futsal to football as well, which is interesting. He scored a stunning goal for Leipzig against Bayer Leverkusen in 2019, which earned him a Puskas Award nomination and goal of the season. So he's capable of scoring bangers, and we've even seen that for Wolves this season against Fulham. I mean, he's had quite a few. If you go back and watch his highlights of the goals that he scored, honestly, just bangers from outside the box, powerful shots, curved ones into the top corner, close control and finishes. He's a super, super talented player. He's also in regular contact with Ronaldinho for advice, tips, and just kind of guidance throughout the game. He's a mental health advocate after missing out on World Cup 2022. He faced a spell of depression and openly spoken about this and how he had to lean on family members and such, which I think is incredible for someone in his position. And he also, just a very, very random fact, has the same birthday as Jamie Oliver and Christopher Lee. So make of that what you will. So yeah, guys, let me know in general, how pleased are you that Manchester United have managed to get this deal over the line. Has it surprised you how we've managed to get it done? Did you think there would be more competition for Cunha? And like I touched on before, can you imagine that attack? Let's just revisit that. Cunha, Ahmad, Bruno, and a proper number 9. You cannot tell me that our attack next season is going to be night and day. I can already see it. So, yeah, fingers crossed. It's the first of many, but he is an important piece in this attack, and I'm sure he's going to be successful at Manchester United. Also, where would you rank him amongst Premier League attackers? Is he top 10? Top 20? Interesting. Thank you very much for watching the show. Welcome to Manchester, Matheus Cunha. Subscribe to the channel, smash like in the video, and I'll see you in the next one.